Good day, everyone, and welcome to another session of At the Shrine, our weekly program that comes up every Friday as from 7 p.m. Central African time. At the Shrine is a program dedicated to talking about human development, business development, and professional development. In today's session, we are talking particularly to parents. How parents can help their children in the job market. Every parent longs to see the child goes to school, gets the best of certificates, and gets the best of job. But sometimes parents are only involved in sending their children to school, and they don't accompany that with some actions that can help to mold the child to the job world. For parents to help their children in the job market, the first thing they need to understand is the consciousness of our educational system. We all know that our educational system gives knowledge, but it does not mold the person acquiring the knowledge. That is why at times people have the knowledge, but they don't know what to do with it, because all they do is acquire knowledge. With that then, parents must understand that the kind of children that we want must only be molded by ourselves. So if you send your child to school, you have to accompany in the person of that child. So the first thing is the consciousness of our educational system. If you know that, then you must do your part in building that child to the job market. Because if you want your child to get a good job and keep it in future, you must not only come when that child has the certificate, you must start building the child as he is going along to having the certificates. The second thing is we have to make our children responsible at home. They say charity begins at home. For a child to get a job and perform very well, that child needs to be responsible. If you're not responsible, you can't work. So if you start by making your children responsible at home, they are going to take that sense of responsibility in the job world. Because wherever you work, if you're not responsible, you're not going to be impactful. For you to be impactful, you need to be responsible. You need to have the sense of responsibility. That is what makes you responsible. And that starts at home. Parents, don't let your children be errand boys and errand girls. In most homes, children are only there for errands. And sometimes even when they do those errands, they don't know what they are doing. You need to make your child responsible. Give them responsibilities at home. There is a difference between an errand and a responsibility. Make the child to understand that this is what he or she is supposed to do, and this is what is expected of him or her. Give your child missions and objectives to meet, starting from the house. There are some parents who make their children treasurers. They make the child to understand that he or she is the one that keeps the money. When they need the money, the child has to bring it for what reason or for whatever. But it is very essential to make them to be responsible so that they can do things on their own. They don't need you all the time to be there to tell them what to do. If you do that, it is going to help them in the job market. Because in the job market, We want people that are responsible. If you're responsible, fine. You take initiatives. Your bosses will love you. Wherever you work, you create impact and people will like you. The next thing we'll talk about as we move along in this video, but before we continue, I will invite you to like our video and share with your loved ones so that they too can benefit from whatever content we produce here. The next thing is proper professional orientation. It's not enough for you to think that I want my child to become a priest, I want my child to become a pastor, I want my child to become a banker, I want my child to become an insurance expert without thinking of the professional orientation. The professional orientation, sometimes it's good to start from a very tender age. A lot of people have professional orientation only after university, which is not good. You need to start preparing them down so that they have the love of that profession that they want to go in for, so that they understand certain realities, certain steps to take in order to become a successful professional. These things are very important. The next thing you should do is share your professional experience with these guys, with your children. Sometimes children don't even know what their parents do. They just know that their parents leave the house in the morning and go for work. They come back, the nannies are there, no experience. You need to share that with them. If, for example, you share the way you got to your job with your child, it's going to be a reference. It's going to also be an eye-opener for them to understand. A lot of our children know that life is easy because we don't share our hurdles with them. We make them understand that life is just that easy as they see in Nigerian films and other films. But if you share your experience with them, for example, your child will know that you took maybe 3 years to achieve something, then he or she will prepare his mind and know that that is how life is all about. You need to share how you relate with your other colleagues professionally, how you work with your other colleagues. For example, you attended a meeting. What happened in that meeting without actually sharing the secrets? I know there are professional secrets, but there are things you can share with them that will help them professionally, that will prepare them to know that, so if it took my dad 6 months to get a job, then it's not that easy to get a job. So that if he or she is dropping his applications and thinking that it's just going to, no, he will know that it's a whole pilgrimage. You also need to share the challenges you face in working with your colleagues and how you relate, how you treat. Don't only talk about how your relatives, those things will not help your children. Because a lot of the times we talk about our relatives, the problem we have with our relatives, and involve our children without talking about our professional life. Because we feel that, okay, when our children get out of school, we're going to get them good jobs. No. You need to share your professional experiences with them. You need to make them to understand the things you face, how you handle it, how the problems you faced, and what are the solutions. It will prepare them. Those things will become their point of reference. And the last thing I'll talk today is about mentorship. Be your child mentor. That's the first thing. Mentor your children and make sure you also get suitable, good mentors for them. In our job world today, a lot of children get lost because they don't have mentors. They don't even know what to do. They need mentors that can tell them what they should do on a particular occasion, professionally or even in their personal life. Dear people, today we're talking about how you can help your child in the job market. And we said the first thing is the consciousness of our educational system. You have to understand that our educational system gives knowledge but does not build people. So you want your child, you want your daughter, your son to become somebody tomorrow, then you must play your role in building. She will acquire knowledge in school. Human development is at home. The second thing I said was that you should make your children responsible. Don't turn your children into errant children. make them responsible children by giving them mission, by giving them responsibilities at home. If they start handling their responsibilities at home, in the job market, they will handle whatever responsibility they give them properly. And I said the next thing was professional orientation. You need to also start by giving them professional orientation so that they should know that they are going to school to become professionals, not just to acquire the knowledges. The next thing I said was for a parent to share his or her professional experiences with their children. They need to understand certain things. They need to know how you face certain things. Sometimes we don't share those experiences and we make children to believe that life is just a bed of roses. And I concluded by saying you should be your child's mentor and also get other mentors to mentor your children. Children don't know about mentorship nowadays. Even in universities, there are many of them out there who don't know what mentorship is all about. They don't have mentors. And when they do that, they do a lot of errors because there is no one to guide them in their professional world, talk less of the job world. So dear people, we've come to the end of our today's session. I'll invite you all to stay tuned next Friday for another session, and also to stay connected to all our social media pages. You just need to go to Google and type Agbotem World and you will see all our pages. If you like our video, why not share with other people, your loved ones, and why not like us so that we keep working together as we move along in this mission. Thank you guys. May God bless you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and may your weekend be fruitful enough and joyful to keep you warm together. Bye-bye.